Okay, so this class is going to be a yoga philosophy. All right. So if you want to make notes, so you can have your notebook and on. You can hear me clearly? Good. Okay, so first of all, we understand the word yoga. When you hear the word yoga, so you might have many things in your mind about yoga. Some people, they just think yoga, it is just a physical posture. Some people think it is just for the patients. But here we will learn what yoga really mean and what the word yoga is and how many types of yoga are there, and is it only for some specific people or it's for everybody. So all these things we are going to understand here. So first of all, yoga, what yoga is not, what is not yoga? So yoga, it's not a magic. Like some people might show you some magic tricks and on, and they call themselves a yogi and on. So yoga is not all about magic and on. So it's not a magic. And it's not exhibition of powers when people show you, some physical strength or some physical power or some psychic powers, some kind of healing thing and on. So that's also not yoga. And yoga is also not just physical exercises, the asanas that you do. You might have known many different classes like Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, hip opening, Vinyasa flow. There are many styles, many forms of yoga, and they are just like more working on your physical thing, like making you physically strong or flexible. So it is not just that. Yoga is there, but it is not just asana, just physical exercise. There's a much more deeper meaning within that. Slowly we will understand it, and I will explain it in deeply that how just by practicing asanas only you can get a state of yoga there. And some like newer generation, they think yoga, it is just for patient and all, only that patient, if the patient perform any yoga, they can heal themselves. So it's not about just for the patients. And moreover, yoga, it is not for patient. It does not have that much like healing quality, but it has that preventing quality. You cannot heal a wound just by practicing yoga, but you can prevent diseases. If you've been practicing yoga for a long time, then you can protect yourself from many diseases, some like small diseases, from many things. But if you have something that yoga cannot heal, for example, if you are having a headache or if you are having a stomach ache, so in that time, it is not just you do some exercise and your stomach ache will heal. It's not like that. So yoga, but if you've been practicing yoga, then you will not have stomach ache or headache, these kind of things. So yoga has this preventive qualities. Okay, and the last but not least, that yoga does not have to do anything with religion. Okay, we cannot connect this with religion, that this yoga is only for the religious people. For example, if yoga has come from India, from Hinduism, so it is not just that only Hindus, only Indian can do yoga and all. It is not like that. Yoga, it's like universal. It is for everybody. Anybody around the world can do yoga, can perform yoga, can reach here, right? So now, first of all, let me tell you about the word yoga and from its origin, the meaning of word, and many definitions of yoga according to many sages, according to classical text. So this yoga, as you see, yoga has derived from a Sanskrit word yuj, Y-U-J. Okay, so yoga has derived from the word yuj, which means to join or to connect. Okay, yuj. Yuj means join or connect. So yoga, which means join. So what are the things, what are the entities that has to join here? So most probably we will be thinking, okay, like it is the connection between body and mind, or maybe when we are doing asanas, the physical posture, then it is connection between body, mind, and breath. All these things are right, like this is connection. So when you connect your body to breath, your body to mind. But in higher philosophy, the highest philosophical definition of yoga is like connection between individual souls, individual spirit to supreme spirit. Our everybody has a spirit, every individual, like we all are human being, and we all are different. We all might be different, like physically, or by our profession, or by our gender, okay, by our culture. But at the spiritual level, we all are one. We have this spirit that is same in everybody. And that spirit, it's not that everybody can reach, you know, inside or dive deeper. It's all that to reach inside, to reach deeper, to explore the deeper connection, we have to do certain spiritual things, certain traditional things. For example, through the practice of yoga abhyas, yogasanas, through the practice of meditation, through the practice of listening to masters, gurus, we can reach, you know, deeper in our in our existence. So in Sanskrit, the word yoga is used to signify any form of connection in philosophical sense. However, yoga means the consciousness connection of the limited little egoic self with the unlimited eternal higher self. Atma to Paramatma. Atma is spirit, the soul, the individual soul. And Paramatma means supreme soul, universal soul. So we all are here, everybody is individual, and everybody has this individual soul. But in the deep down, we are the part of universe. And as the universe has a soul, the spirit universal soul, which is greater than us, the greater soul, and we all are part of it. In deep down, we are the part of this universe, and universe is part of us, and we all are one, you know, because the spirit, the soul that we have, it is one. In yoga, through the practice of yoga, and the word yoga refers connection, so it refers connection between individual soul to supreme soul, right? Now we have understood the meaning of yoga, that yoga means connection between individual soul to supreme soul. That is the higher goal, the higher purpose. Is like moksha, freedom, liberation. What is this freedom? What does moksha mean? What is enlightenment? So once you get there, once you connect to yourself, once you have this self-realization, that state is the ultimate goal of yoga, you know, connection, knowing yourself. When you connect to the supreme self, that is the ultimate goal, the ultimate purpose. And it is says like the freedom. What freedom? It is like, for example, it is freedom, even freedom from happiness, freedom from sorrows. We all are living this in this world, and we all go through certain emotions, feeling in day-to-day life. We have all the things, and the yogis who wants to follow the path of yoga, they want to free themselves. They want to get free. They want to get freedom from all things. even from the happiness, right? Why? Because happiness also has this opposite sense. Like if you are happy, then you will be unhappy in few minutes or few hours. So that is why a person who follows the path of yoga wants to be free, free from everything, free from these emotions, the emotion that comes. How we can get free and all these things will come. All right. So I will take you through some classical definitions of yoga. So first definition, you see, yujyate nena iti yoga. It is a Sanskrit, which means that which unites is yoga. Okay. Anything that unites, that join is yoga. So if you are in the asanas, if you are connecting your breath with the movement, that is also yoga. If you are connecting your mind with the intellect, that is also yoga. Whatever things is connecting is yoga. Okay, it's kind of classical definition. Okay, the most one of the most famous definition here, the second one, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. It is the definition of Patanjali. We will also learn some sutras of Patanjali. So if you guys don't know who the Patanjali was, so Patanjali was a sage. He was the incarnation of God. And somewhere around 1st BCE, he was incarnated and he wrote a book called Yoga Sutra. Okay, Yoga Darshan, in which he writes 195 sutra, 195 aphorism or formula, you can say. And that book has 4 chapters. In that book, it tells you how to live a yogic life, what should you do, what you should not do, how you can reach to the samadhi, the self-realization, how you can reach to ultimate reality. So according to him, he defined yoga as yoga chitta vritti nirodha. He says yoga is the cessation of vritti. Vritti means modification of thought patterns of mind. Vritti is our thoughts. For example, whatever thoughts are arising in your mind, they are your vritti. Vritti means kind of patterns. For example, when you throw a stone in a pond and then you see the ripples, that ripples is called vritti. So how does this related here? If any thought comes to your mind and it takes you to the another thought and then another thought and then another thought, that is a pattern. You are creating a pattern from your thought. All right, you are creating a pattern, and that thought, it can be good, it can be bad. For example, you have a good mood and it's like morning time, you have a good mood, you want to walk, you went for a walking, happily you are going, and you see some person whose face looks someone who don't like in your life and on, and then your mind, just by watching his face, your mind goes back to your memories, whatever happened with you, whatever things bad happened to you. So that's kind of ripples, the vritti. It's kind of connecting you from one thought to another thought, another thought. That is the vritti. So Patanjali says stopping those vritti is yoga. It's a very higher definition.